Um, so I I'm really late today. I mean, technically, in terms of like the daily schedule, I'm a couple minutes early. But in terms of like the broader schedule, I haven't streamed since last Wednesday. I just completely blew off Thursday and Friday, and then again yesterday. um, the good news is that I got a good night's sleep last night, which I feel like that has to be at least somewhat related because I hadn't since last Wednesday. So, anyways, I won't make excuses. Hey, how's it going? Welcome back. Me, I guess. I don't know. You guys didn't really go anywhere. All right, let's 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 get right to it then. Let's not waste any more time. Okay, so the reason I don't have the script running right now, it occurred to me right before I started up the game, right before I started up the stream, was that there's a quick change that I needed to make to the first event that we added the other day. We added archery, so there's technically an archery event in the game now, and hypothetically that all works. Although I don't know, once we test it, we'll see how well it actually works. But no, there's a slight conceptual oversight I made when setting up the archery contest, which is unfortunately it looks like yeah, okay. This is the situation where things don't go very well in the archery competition, but I accidentally made the outcome too player specific. This because this doesn't necessarily apply. I don't mind. I don't mind. Like so, yeah. So they're actually all a little bit. Actually, no. This one's like kind of perfect. The top and the bottom one are a little too like specific. I think I feel like I that's a little okay to do that with like the positive outcome. Like it's a little okay to imply that like when things go well, like even the players who didn't necessarily pull their weight, like it can still go well for them. I don't know, because like luck happens, right? I don't like being unnecessarily punitive. So like even if someone does like perfectly, if the outcome doesn't turn out great, I don't want like this sounds really like harsh. So uh so it should actually be something more along the so unfortunately it looks like they were right. And so that's okay, you're good at other things. I don't know. Some of the text in the game is a little bit cloying like that, but it's not appropriate here. Unfortunately, it looks like they're right. The elves put up a more than impressive show of skill, I guess. All right. So it's not you. It was just that the elves were more impressive. That's all. Uh, all right. Oh, that's not related to anything. What is that? That's weird. Okay. What was that? Okay. So now let's start the script. I made it the original version. All right. Oh, wait a second. I fixed a bug the other day, so this is gonna crash when I try and run it, unless I can remember what the bug was. It had to do with participation. Oh no, it wasn't a bug in the script. It was because I deleted all the participation data, and so when I do that, when I empty a folder, my version control cleans up that folder. It like gets rid of the folder for me. Like thanks, file control, and that folder has to exist in order for the script to run. So it should run, maybe. Except for the fact that PyCharm makes me run it multiple times because PyCharm's a jerk. But once I run it multiple times, it should run and like not crash. Alright, so far so good. Alright, so let me just put this off screen and make the graphics look weird for a little bit. But then they'll go back to normal. I said they'll go back to normal eventually. Yeah, look at those. Alright, cool. So, there's still stuff to do. Like I mean that'll be a pretty universally true statement. But I was like, wait, I finished archery, so oh wow, look at all this stuff. All right. Yeah, okay, right. So right now there's exactly one archery event in the game, but I feel like there should be at least more than one. The next one that what is when ChatGM calls multi-event trim suffix. Oh yeah, that's not more important. Guest author archer. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Well, yeah. There's definitely a subsidy. um, author archery events. At least one more for the snow, and then probably at least one more after that as well. Um, who knows? Maybe several more. Uh, okay, so let's do what then? I wonder. Hold on, it's either the case that no one has been chatting yet, or there's an error message in my chat window, and maybe people were chatting and I just wasn't seeing it. If that was the case, I'm sorry. Hello, how's it going? Anyways, reload chat, and hopefully that'll work. Yeah, okay, so right, so it's event type 6 because it's archery. It doesn't matter if I click if I've like alleged that it's multi or not. It's always going to be, well, I guess technically it'll always be 2. Although it just, yeah, for archery events we don't even like, that's not even a real data point. So let's sorry, just or not raw events, excuse me. Events. I forget what. Oh yeah, I put this as 1. I'll put it as 2. It doesn't really matter. Whatever. Oh wait, if I put it as 2, no, that data point literally doesn't get read. So it literally doesn't matter what I put there. All right, so snow. So why are you archering in the snow? Is a rhetorical question. I'll be asking myself very many rhetorical questions. That is part of my process. So yeah, so the it was really convenient the other day when I had like multiple versions of the script running and I could just like click the activate archery. Oh, speaking of the activate archery button, I should get rid of the activate archery button because I still have it and now it makes no sense basically. So all right. Let's that'll be one thing to do at some point. Actually, I should just do that real quick so that way I remember to do it. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep forgetting. Activate archery. Not win mode. Archery. Yeah. Okay. So we can get rid of this, and wait, what was the commands that it was processing? Activate archery. Create event archery. Oh yeah, sure, right. That's all. Yeah, it was a pretty simple commands. All right. So, yeah, the snow event. Snow archery, archery in the snow. Archery, snow archery. Why are we archering in the snow? Sorry, again, it's a rhetorical question. I guess, maybe, so I'm trying to think of, like, how do I justify the event given, like, what we have in terms of, like, visuals for the archery event. And I think I might go in the other direction. I might specifically, like, put it in an archery event that's just, like, basically just an event that involves archery. And see how that feels, like, with the visuals, like, kind of telling a different story than, like, what is actually, like, happening in the event. Because it was kind of my intention to have that flexibility. And so if I do need to make changes, it'll be to that second tableau, the long view where it shows, like, the scene, like, scrolling past with the archers and the targets set up. And I guess it is better to find that out sooner rather than later. So let's say maybe this one won't be a one-off. Maybe hmm. Uh, I was just gonna say maybe I could like put this in one of the. I was gonna say I could put it in one of the quest chains that we have already, but that's actually that kind of works against the purpose of like what I was trying to go for with the archery. Actually, not necessarily. Um, well, yeah, because so for my goal right now is to like, get archery into the game, and putting things in a quest chain, like the frequency at which like the first item in a quest chain like occurs versus like subsequent items in a quest chain, it's pretty stark. So like having having it as anything but the first step of a quest chain is gonna make it just significantly less present. It's not gonna like add as much archery to the game. So um, let's oh, that was the other thing is that I did want more like starter quests for snow, which was the reason I was putting it in snow. So maybe I will put archery in other quest chains, but for now for snow I should just have like a one-off event. So how about sorry, so the first event was like very straightforward, very simple. It was just, hey, let's have an archery competition, right? That's like fine and perfect and like hooray. The this event should, I think, I can't just have like spontaneous archery. I could, but I don't want to just have spontaneous archery competitions like everywhere. So let's do something at least slightly varied. So what's the situation we're in? And I know sorry, I keep asking myself these rhetorical questions. To be clear, I'm not completely dense. I know like I can think of things that you do with a bow. I just don't literally want like most things that you do with a bow involve like injury to something. And I'm trying not necessarily to start with those. Like those are easy and obvious. So I'd rather have something at least a little more interesting. For prescripted events, like I have the advantage of being able to think about these things like, you know, I don't want to spend forever like trying to come up with like the perfect event, but like I do have like the advantage of foresight here. Like it when like running the game through the secret control panel like live, you kind of have to like think on your feet a little bit more, and it doesn't like it's not conducive to the flow of the game to have like these long these like protract like drawn out like what precisely should we do next? No, for like the live mode it's more about like go go go, think on your feet sort of thing. So um I'm thinking things like I don't know like you need to hit like maybe so okay so maybe there's like something on the other side of like a ravine, right? Like if something's on if you can't get to the other side of a ravine and there's an issue over there, you have to solve it with archery because you can't get to the other side. Maybe oh maybe oh oh wow, no, this is another situation. Oh man, I really have to get rid of that second tableau, I think, because like as soon as I thought like, oh, maybe you're shooting over a ravine, it occurred to me, no, in that second tableau, you're very much not shooting over the ravine. You're very much just shooting like forwards a distance. So, shucks. I think I really just have to replace that second tableau. Um, and that tableaus. Sorry. No, I mean that's fine. I didn't put a ton of work into that tableau, so it's not that bad to have to replace it. I don't know what I'm going to replace it with necessarily. So the only real effort will be to come up with what will become the second tableau. I want it to be yeah, I mean it would have been really oh actually no, you know what we could do? We could actually keep like what we were doing for that tableau and then just like abstract the background a little bit maybe. I don't know. um, like uh, like if the background didn't literally depict like the, because right now it's set in the environment, and so maybe I would end up redoing the art too. But like yeah, maybe, huh? Maybe it'll be more like oh, I told myself the other day I would switch over to GIMP instead of using Paint.net. So here's me doing that, I guess. So yeah, so right now it's like here, like little archers, like over here, and they have their bows, and like they're aiming at like little targets over here. One thing I could do instead is I could have it like I could have like a splitty lightning bolt thing like down the middle of the screen, like just look like the screen's like ripped in half, and then so on this side we could have like the archers like a little more close up. Uh, these are archers. This is an archer. uh, uh, totally an archer. Um, Feather and hat, and then have the targets like over here. So, and then we could have like an animated background or something. Like it could be like, so it's like kind of like it's the screen is supposed to look a little bit split, and then like maybe I could do two different like I'm just picturing something like really simple, like you know, like maybe even just like a solid color. Do do do. Um, Whoa! Oh, that's weird. You have to confirm the dialogue in GIMP. Oh no, I was gonna say, wait, you have to confirm the dialogue in GIMP in order to change the color because it was still black. But no, it's just because I didn't change the. Okay, there we go. That would have been weird. I would not have liked that. All right, but I don't have to worry about that. Let's see. So like, what if it was just like a just solid border, and then there was just like I don't know, like actiony, like and like the so it's like scrolling past, and it's like I don't know, it just adds a little bit of like movement, a little bit of dynamic energy to the scene. I don't know. Something like that could work. Um, so let's yeah, let's do that. I mean, I just the more I think about it, I like oh man. If the events of archery were always just like an archery competition, then like I would really like that second tableau because I think it really like grounds it in the space, and I think there's something really advantageous about that in terms of like you know making it seem like connected, but it's just not worth the cost of like the dissonance between what the story is saying and what the visuals are saying. So, uh, yeah. So do I use GIMP for this, or do I just go back one more time to the old way of doing things? Just for consistency, maybe I'll just do it the old way for old time's sake. um, I just like I just don't feel like biting that off right now because like learning getting used to GIMP is going to be like a thing, and I have enough things going on with this archery already. Um, so close up, no, long view. I mean, we're like so. All right, so it's not going to be long view anymore. So I won't like delete the old long view thing, but I'll just add in like split view or something. And the split view. Oh yeah, right. So I wanted to take like the where are those things where I like lined up the I think I had one in close up. Yeah, framing. Copy this. Put it here. And let's open this. Right, because we don't need these. But I do like this framing method. Alright. So, oh, I need my tablet. Art day! Spontaneous art times! Who knew? Uh, so, excuse me. Um, I think one thing that's really working against me right now is that is just how sorry I don't have like a specific goal with side quest, which I think is like I have this weird feeling like when I work on it, like of just like this like it's just like this very nebulous feeling about how like I don't know, like whenever I consider something, it's always like, do I like that or do I not like that? There's no other there's literally zero other considerations that I'm making like at this point about like, like how do I feel about it? Um, it's just a weird, it's a weird. I've never been in that situation before, so all right. Let's yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. So I mean, I don't. Wait, how am I gonna do this? Uh, for this view, I might Right. So oh yeah. Okay. Well, sorry. I'm gonna make a separate version of the script just so that uh I can run it to preview the visuals while the rest of the script is running. And just in case I make changes in this version of the script and I need to integrate them together later, then I'm gonna make an original version of this script. Okay, so let's open archery. Let's have it show up on this list. Please, PyCharm. There it is. Let's deactivate the originality of the script. This is like, I mean, original is really not the right term for that, but whatever. Oh, I never bumped up the process priority of Python, which is I think why we're seeing a little bit of stuttering of the frame rate, a little bit of stuttering of the frame rate down there. Hi. Someday I should change the priority to low and see what that does, because I imagine that'll pretty strongly indicate how the how the process priority really does have an effect on the way the game runs. All right. Anyway, so original equals false, and let's just run this. Oh no, I took out the activate archery button. Oh no. Oh well, it's not that hard. It's all I have to do to activate archery is type in archery here, so it's not like it's difficult. Um, but yeah, so there's this blue backdrop that just kind of like is set behind like all the other tableaus. Do I put that in individually for each tableau? Because I was just thinking like if I have this like other background, like if I have this like this moving background. Oh, I know how I can do that. Actually, no. This will be relatively easy. Yeah, I was like, well, how do I? So what do I do there? I was thinking it would be like I was like kind of like specking out a little bit. I was thinking it would be like a flat color with these like moving like stripes on it. Um, and uh, oh, hmm. Sorry, no, just thought. What just occurred to me is that so two things just occurred to me. The moving dots, like if I just like as I'm picturing them, like literally it's just like if you picture like a star field, right? Like they're just like stars like slowly panning by. I was picturing something like that, right? Um Except maybe a little more streaky or a little more dynamic or a little more applying a little implying a little more greater sense of like speed, not like distance, like well, anyways, on another train of thought, like whoa, why did that event end so like abruptly? Oh, the timing values are probably still really screwed up. Shoot, they're screwed up in like the real version of the script too. I'm gonna restart the script. Oops, because it just occurred to me that is one thing that I was just constantly messing with that, and I don't. Yep, no, I never put them back to the right numbers. So, but that doesn't necessarily explain why the event ended at the wrong time though. Oops. So I probably will still have to figure that out. But that's weird. Wait, why did the script not stop? Oh, because it stopped. Okay, right. All right. So I'll stop both versions of the script. There we go. And I'll restart that in a minute. Um, all right. So yeah. So the other thing that occurred to me is that previously, like one of the things I kept saying I was going to add to these tableaus, and then I never really did, was wind, like visible wind. Like you can see the flag flapping, and you can get a sense of wind that way. So maybe instead of adding just these like abstract like moving shapes in the background, maybe I should actually instead add in elements that are representative of wind. Um, I don't know how exactly I'll do that though, because if I'm showing, well, so when I was thinking about the star field, what occurred to me is that like, oh wait, if the star field is always going in one direction, is that going to throw off players' perception of wind? Um, but then if these weren't just going to be like abstract, like static animations, and they were actually going to be representative of like some actual game information, how do I represent that? Because this is a side view. It's not supposed to be. This is like the one tableau where we're not seeing them like head on, like from either direction. Because like if we were just staring at the target, we could just have the wind naturally go in like, left to right or like vice versa. If we're seeing it side on, so like I mean if we look at like what the if we think of like what the archery tableau, the long view tableau, like looked like, there was the archers and there were the targets. The archers were like facing so that we could see like, you know, they were like cheated towards like both sides were like cheated towards the camera. So like although they were hypothetically like facing directly towards each other, the the target was like cheated, like, it was just rotated a little bit so that we could actually like see the front of the thing. Whereas the archers were cheated in the other way. They were cheated a little bit so that we could also, again, they were cheated in like the opposite direction so that we could see the front of them too. And the thing about that is that if I try and represent wind as like a left to right sort of thing, then it'll only make sense for one of those cheats, one of those conceits, and for the others it won't make sense. So maybe I should just like avoid that entirely and just have it like abstract animation and just have it like moving like upwards or something. Um, I, I don't know. Oh man, I just like the tableau needs something, right? Like um it can't just be like this fixed image of like the archer and the target. Like there has to be something more interesting about it than that. Um so maybe I should add this to my backlog. Like so I feel like there's something needed here, but I don't feel like the idea is fully formed yet. So maybe I'll just for now maybe I'll add this to my backlog. I'll like live with the tableaus that we have currently because like it could be worse. Like it works fine for the archery competition. Maybe for now archery competitions, and then later we can I don't know. We'll see. It's like we'll do things for this project, or the project will reach a state where like all of a sudden things that like kind of mismatched previously like now suddenly like line up very closely and nicely, and I like that. I just and in scenarios like this where I'm like taking kind of a step not backwards, like the title isn't worse for having archery in it, but like in that regard, like there's that it's like a slight separation of that like narrative cohesion, um, which is just difficult. It's hard. It hurts my heart. Um, so replace archery long view with split view question mark. I mean, I know I wanted. So actually, wait. So hold on. I know I want to do this. I just don't know if I want to replace it with split view or with something else. For now, the plan is to replace it with split view. I have that question mark there just to acknowledge the fact that split view isn't even like a fully formed idea. So like it might not be that. It might be something else instead. Uh, this is fairly important. I'm gonna put it up here. It's probably more important than some of this other stuff too. Oh, I haven't stress tested the title in a while. I should do that at some point. Environment. Yeah, hey, this is another example. Environment-based growth things. Right now, like the events like take place in given environment, so like the events can make sense for the environment, but there's spontaneous growth things don't have any correlation to the environment, which is something that I've been meaning to fix. I have horrible news. That little thing that I stand on sometimes, and like the little like stair climber thing that at my desk, it broke, and I'm furious because I spent a lot of money on it, and it was supposed to last for a very long time, and it didn't. It did not last nearly as long as I would have hoped, and I contacted the company that I bought it from because it's under warranty, and I just haven't heard back from them yet, which is all right. I won't be furious about this for the rest of my life, but for at least a little while longer, I'm mildly furious about this, and it's just very hard. It's very difficult. I'm just standing here. I'm just standing here doing nothing. I'm not climbing any stairs right now. And what am I doing with my life? Okay. So, sorry. So what are we? Yeah, so I guess I'll just get back to authoring archery events, and maybe I can write a quick one before I restart the script, and then we'll have two of them in. So all right, so what's another context, a light context for an archery event? Again, rhetorical questions. I know that gets annoying because when I ask myself rhetorical questions, it sounds like I'm talking to somebody other than myself. But all right. I'm not doing that intentionally. I don't know. It's how my brain approaches these things. But so we're in the snow, and I keep thinking of the Yeti because like there's like a quest chain that like actually is not a quest chain yet. Maybe I should just like write events in general. Maybe I should just like write more events because like that is something that I've been meaning to do. Like it's something that I haven't done in a while. So like the current roster of events have been playing out for a while. So all right, let's yeah. I'm really like I keep getting hung up on the on what the art is because I just spent the last like 2 weeks like working on that art, so I keep picturing that, whereas I think like I was saying before, like the art isn't going to the art right now doesn't perfectly match what I want the game to do, and even when I get the art like quite exactly how I want it, it's not going to perfectly match everything. That's like the downside to making a game, to try make a game as like open-ended as SideQuest is that yeah, you run into a lot of difficulties with like that sort of like we have archery now works, but then like to get like the visuals for archery like contextually appropriate for every scenario wherein you could be like drawing and firing a bow is like crazy. You'd have to like, I mean, I could have gone even more abstract with it. I could have been like it could have just literally been like a reticle and like a dot, right? And it's like get the reticle on the dot. But I don't think that would be very interesting to look at. So I don't know. Kind of trying to strike that balance. Let's I keep picturing like a rope or something. Like you have to like shoot a rope, right? Because like there's a rope that's like, I don't know. So the the one thing that I wouldn't mind adding to the story and not representing in the visuals is like more things. Like basically just like even though the scene looks mostly empty, I wouldn't mind it if like in the story there's like actually like tons of stuff happening right there. If there's like a million things like going on, like it's like pandemonium basically. Because I think in that situation I kind of like the I like what it does with the representation of just the archer and just the target. Because like I don't know, in that context it kind of like represents the focus of the archer, right? It's like, like hypothetically there's this big crazy scene that's going on, and yet you just see the archer and just the target, and that's all there is. There's nothing else in that little moment there. So maybe I should do that. Excuse me. Yeah. I All right. So there's havoc of some sort. Like maybe there's like a brawl or something. Or no, maybe there's like a panic. Uh Maybe there's like a panic because uh something about like wild animals. I just pictured like when I pictured like pandemonium, I was picturing like a brawl type situation at first, but then it was like no, there has to be like it can't just be because like what are you gonna do with a bow in like a brawl? And so then I like started to think about like shooting the rope again, and like this rope in my like mind, it was always like connected to like a bridge or like a gate or something like that. And so maybe like the reason people are going crazy is because there are like wild animals on the loose, and you have to like shoot the rope in order to like drop the gate or something to like contain like the wild animal. I don't know. I might go with something like that. So yeah, let's do that for now. So hark. Uh, oh yes, and we're in the snow. Is the other thing. So it's like snow goats or something. It's like goats. It's a herd. It's like rampaging goats. What lives in snow? Goats. Yaks. Do yaks live in snow? Uh, Animals that live in snowy regions. Hey, look at that. Arctic animals. Oh, it could be a herd of walruses. Uh, what? What? What is this website? Oh, Antarctic versus Arctic animals. I'll come back to that one. Oh, I don't know if I should be showing this stuff on stream. Sorry, I'll narrate what I see. I never know what I can. Okay, so there's like polar bears. There's like snow fox, Arctic foxes. Those are cool. Harp seals, Arctic hare, Arctic wolves. Wolves are kind of cool in that like they're dangerous. We do have an event with wolves in it already though. Snowy owls. Those would be hard to contain. If like just bird plus archery doesn't make me think like shoot a arrow to contain the bird by dropping a gate or something. It makes me think of like something else, something more painful for the bird. Ferrets apparently, or ermine. I don't know what an ermine is, but it looks like a ferret. Doll sheep. It could be wild goats. Terns are like birds, pretty little birds. Gerfalcons. So basically just a falcon. Is that all of them? I thought there were supposed to be like. That's not 37. We did not just go through 37 animals. That's not 37 animals. Give us the other. Give us the other like 27 animals. What the heck? Oh, it said 37 photos. And yeah, it did show like multiple photos for each animal. So, all right. So it'll probably be goats, or like what's that family of creature called? There'll be something in that family. I think like goats are like in the same family as like deer, maybe. I might be making that up, but I think that's like it's not like bovine, it's not like equine, it's like something else to describe that whole family. Something with like horns or antlers or something, because like horns and antlers are like those can be dangerous. So you don't. I don't know. You don't, if something, if like a herd of like something with those things are like coming towards you, like that's dangerous. Okay. So yeah. All right. So I think this is a little clearer now. It's like yeah. Okay. Okay. So so this like group of like people. It's not a village. I mean like because this isn't taking place in the village. This is like there are going to be people here, but they're all right. Yeah. This is a little awkward because there's going to be people and there's going to be. Oh no, never mind. This is fine because like the whole kingdom takes place in the snowy area, so it's not weird that like there are people and structures inside the snow. In fact, there are like basically always people and structures inside the snow. All right, so uh, uh, okay, yeah. So a herd of enraged uh, yaks. Uh, I guess are charging toward. So it has to be something with like a gate that would be capable of keeping out yaks. So it has to be like something. Uh, I guess it has to be like a fort. Uh, a herd of enraged yaks are charging towards. Uh, is it your fort or like? Uh, um, so actually, I guess I have to set the scene. Because I think I need to position you like inside the fort first, so that it's clear that like it's clear why you want to drop the gates. So, uh, so yeah, so you hear rumble outside uh, the uh, so let's go even further back in time. While resting at a while resting at a uh, uh, it can't be like I want it to be a small fort, but like the smaller the fort, the less like interesting it is that it's gonna get like run over by yaks. Which is not to say that it's like not bad for like a small fort to get run over by yaks. It's bad for anything to get run over by yaks. But like there's not as much of a sense of drama if there's not like people in the fort, or if there yeah if there could if it could hypothetically be like low population or like not populated. Maybe it's just fine that you're inside the fort. Maybe that's like enough tension, because like they're yaks, right? Like enraged yaks. You don't. No one wants to mess with enraged yaks. All right. So maybe they're not enraged. Maybe they're uh, uh, yeah. I don't know. They'll be enraged. Okay. While resting at a s- a small fort, you hear a rumble uh, outside the walls. Uh, a, a herd of enraged yaks are uh, charging towards you, but the gate is uh, the gate. Not just the gate is stuck, but like the gate. Yeah, the gate is stuck. You you might you might be able to cut the or no, so the gate. I don't know what the part. I don't know an easy term to convey like that the rope that holds up a gate. Like, I don't know. You might be able to sever uh, the rope and close the gate. Or no, you might get it closed if you sever the if you can sever the rope with a few well placed arrows. Yeah. Okay. We're resting in a small fort. You hear a rumble outside the walls. A herd of enraged yaks are charging towards you, but the gate is stuck. Open. The gate is stuck open. You might get it closed if you can sever the rope with a few well-placed arrows. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So there are no fake actions in an archery event. There are no prescripted actions whatsoever. So the first outcome is the bad outcome. So this is this is the outcome where the you don't really close the gate, and the presumably the yaks get in. Oh, I still haven't restarted the script. Whoops. Well, whatever. I'll just write these quick, and then we can get back on. I didn't think it was gonna take this long for me to write it. I should have known that it would take me this long because I write so slow. But while resting is yeah, right. So then the the gate eventually falls shut, trapping several of the beasts inside with you. You you're safe on the upper. Oh, I'm at 101 characters already. You're safe on the upper levels. The yaks seem content to. That's 140 characters. I don't like making these very long. So you're safe on the upper levels as the yaks trample around. So the gate eventually falls shut, but not before several. Not before half the beasts trample through the interior. You're safe, but some of your supplies got flat. Oh, again, I'm up against the character limit. Wow. All right, fine, whatever. We'll just leave it at that. The beast trample through the interior. That's like not fun. That's fun. That's fine enough in terms of not a fun condition. But whatever. Let's. So what's the medium outcome? So so the gate falls on the the gate falls just as the yaks reach, or just as the herd reaches the threshold. You you managed to wrestle wrestle back. Well, no, that doesn't make sense. Like if if it was like a herd of yaks, like you would not be able to wrestle that back. So gate falls just as the herd reaches the threshold. With like a huge or so the yeah, right, so the walls the fort shakes, and the walls it's not like literally the fort like crashes down around you. It's just like that there's clearly some damage that occurs to the fort. So the fort shakes, and bricks fall loose from the walls. But the herd, but the yaks are repelled. Yeah. Okay. And then you you expertly snipe the last threads, bringing the gate crashing down. Startled, the yaks veer off into the woods. Blammo. Look at that. Perfect. Hey, Charon, how's it going? Welcome. I was just writing another archery event, and I know the script is down. I was actually just writing this event before. Alright, so this is Enraged Yaks, I guess. Enraged Yaks. Alright, so now I can bring the script back up, I think. And it should work, I hope. Let's see. So I put the archery tableaus back at the correct time. There might still be a bug. There might still be a bug with the archery because I saw something weird happening with the other version of the scripts. This is the real version of the script. So anyways, we'll have this back up and running. And so I guess we'll see what happens when we get to our first archery event. It might be weird. Or maybe I'll be able to figure out what's going wrong in like this other version of the script first. So that way when we get to the... hey, that your fan. How's it going? Calculator GUI logic. You mean like this guy right here? Or like, are you making a calculator, or are you just using someone else's calculator and it sucks? All right, so you know what has always like freaked me out about calculators is these buttons, the C and the CE. I never know what they mean. So like whenever I use one of them, I click them like 100 times because I'm like, what if it's only clearing half of what it, or like what if it's not? I don't know. Does the C? I assume it stands for like clear and like clear everything or something, but like. I don't know. I usually just like click both of them like enough times. All right. Yeah. So maybe we can figure out what the heck is going wrong with what's going wrong with the tableau pacing. I mean, I guess I don't really have to right now. Hey, look at all these people! Wow, when did everyone show up? Last time the script was oh, I forgot. I don't have the process. On the process. Oh, you know what else I don't have? I think I changed the power settings. No, I'm still on high performance. All right. It was just getting really choppy. I was like, what was that about? Oh, okay. Wait. Let's up the process priority for the correct instance of Python. So there we go. What is affinity, I wonder? Set affinity? What does set affinity mean? Set affinity. Oh, weird. Oh, interesting. Interesting and weird. Um, okay. I don't feel like I need to change that right now. Yeah, so right, so last time I just tested out an archery event. I could have sworn it like ended weird. So uh, I'm just gonna do an archery here on this fake version of the script, and all right, so it shows the first tableau. Oh, I set the tableau time incorrectly, so this will actually take a few minutes to play through. So I'll put this over here, and I'll look at. Oops, that was the wildlife photos I was looking at earlier. I'll start looking at like what else I want to work on. So ChatGM calls out. Yeah, yeah. Excuse me. Sorry. Wow, what was that? uh, when ChatGM calls out a multi-event, yeah, I this shouldn't be that hard. I'll probably do this. So this is just I one of the last things I did on Wednesday, the last time I streamed, I finally converted from like the old multi-system to the new max actions, and in doing so, I realized that there are some things that worked for the multi-system that they just don't feel the same with max action. So I want to be changing that. So that's not going to be that difficult. It's one of those unglamorous things, but whatever. We're we can handle that. Guest author archery events. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. So the part of the reason that I keep procrastinating on this is not because it's difficult. It's actually incredibly simple. I just the whole results of the archery event. Oh yeah. No, you know what? I'm just gonna do that really fast, like right now, because like there's no reason not to be doing it. Do I really need this separate archery version of the script? I think I don't. I was gonna use this for I was gonna use the separate version for like working on those visuals that I was gonna update, but like, oh yeah, wait, I shouldn't be, or I should be keeping an eye on this to make sure that it works out correctly. Um, but yeah, no, I'm thinking that I can probably just work in like one copy of the script. I don't think I need like multiple versions right now. If it turns out later that I need to like iterate on things, then I can I can always switch over. All right, so that was round 2, I think. So here we have round 3. Last time I swear, just like it terminated too soon or something. It might be like I remember it used to do that, but I'm pretty sure I put in like a thing so that it shouldn't do that anymore, and yet somehow that thing doesn't seem to be quite working. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what that whole deal is about. Yeah, it was during this tableau that it just looked like it terminated. It like didn't even make it to the end. And so I did change the timing, so maybe now it'll terminate prematurely in like this tableau. Or maybe it'll just work. Maybe it'll just work, and maybe I didn't actually see it mess up earlier. No, yeah, look at that. Alright, so, what the heck? I swore I fixed this one already, but apparently I didn't. I don't know. Let's, well, so for testing purposes, let's drop it back down, because we don't want to wait through that whole thing like a million times just to test this. So, all right, let's. Yeah, so the last time I fixed this, I fixed it by going where I went to like. Right, it's because it doesn't think that the event is on. It thinks, because technically the event concludes before the graphics conclude, but like the event concludes technically like when we're done processing the data, which is just before the final result screen is displayed. We need to pick oh sorry, I was reading the text. Yeah, actually, so this is the first time I'm running the game without like the multi-tag, but like so now instead of like multi, it says pick up to two, which I don't know. I think I do like that better. It's funny because it's like different. It's just like I'm not used to seeing it. But okay. No, it was when we it must be during one of the event status calls. If G event on equals 0 and the length of ng message is greater than 4, and ng message index 4 equals true. Okay, so it's coming through as true in some scenario when it's not supposed to be coming through as true. How is special mode supposed to get deactivated? I don't think it does. I think it just naturally resolves itself, right? Special mode equals blank. Yeah, special mode just naturally resolves itself once we're done cycling through the thing. So, yeah, so we don't need to add anything else. We just need to make sure that we're not... So we must just be sending an event status message that's flagged as true when we're not actually trying to do that. So let's see where. So it'll be the one at the end of the archery event. So, I mean, it'll be... Wait, shouldn't it be this one? Because this is the one at the end of the event. The length of this is not greater than 4. Corralling ponies is like, if you corral something, you like... I think it means you put them like inside a gate. Like, because ponies live in like little gated areas, like little gated things. And to corral them, you like put them inside the corral. I think that's what that means. I should know because I wrote that event. But oh wait, here I'll help. Uproot because I am helpful. I'm not logged in. Are you serious? All right, I'm not gonna help with this event. I'm not logged in. Sorry, I'm just gonna log in real quick, just in case I have to use chat. Sorry, just 1 second. Sorry about that. What the heck? I logged into Twitch and for some reason it popped up my BattleNet updater. I have no clue what that is about. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I didn't help with that. I didn't help in time. I apologize. All right. But yeah, no. What we were doing. Yeah. So the event status. Yeah. What the heck? How are we getting this event status as a? Sorry. Here's the situation where we actually get the event status equals true. But this is only when we manually conclude the event. So is there just like a flaw in my logic? The length of ng message is greater than 4, and ng message index 4 equals true. Maybe I should do it the other way around. Maybe I should do equal false, because false like only evaluates in the case of like false or 0, whereas like true, like any value that's not false or 0 counts as true. I don't see how that would be happening, but because like this, I think this is literally the only event status message that actually has more than 4 indices, or like that's actually, yeah. Oh no, I mean this is like this in this case event status. Yeah, I mean it does have a bunch of characters, and hypothetically the 4th one could evaluate as true. Although this is event status index 2, not event status index 0, so it shouldn't be evaluating down that way. So What the heck? What the literal heck? That's all of them. So it's like this must be evaluating or something. No, that just doesn't make sense. I'm just not enthusiastic about that. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Okay, so the other possibility is that it's not that special mode is getting set to false, it's just that something about gEvent on is causing that stuff not to render. So I was like, oh, so maybe gEvent on gets referenced somewhere in determining whether to render that stuff, but it certainly doesn't. Certainly doesn't. What? Why? What and why? Why, what, and so on and so forth. Alright, well, let's just break on the event status message, I guess. And debug to see like what is the stupid message. Like I have no clue what the stupid message could be, so let's just find out. Let's just see what the stupid message is firsthand. So archery, Excelsior. So it should break because when we start archery, that should be the what the heck? Archery, Excelsior. What is happening here? There it goes. Why didn't it? Whatever, I don't care. ng message. Wow, we have a lot of variables. And ng message, there it is. Okay. I don't know why I stopped here. Continue, resume. Resume program execution. Oh, now it gets both the messages? Wait, why does it keep getting that? Why did that just evaluate 3 times? What the heck? Seriously? Weird. Oh, what the heck? Why are there like a million copies of the script running right now? Ah, I hate PyCharm. I hate PyCharm. I hate you so much. Why are you like this? Why do you do this, PyCharm? Why? Alright, let's try that again. Alright. So, archery, Excelsior. That's not even realistic. That's just dumb. Okay, so it did break. Oh, okay. It's just because the data thread is breaking and the other thread is still proceeding, which is... No, it's broken. It just took for freaking ever. Like, what the... Seriously? I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, this isn't the one we wanted, so resume. Why did it break again? Why did it break again? There was only one event status message that went through. What is this event? Okay, freaking... Teleport? Oh, it's breaking every time we go through the elif, right? Okay, no. Yeah, no, wait. Okay. All right. Yes, no, that was a slight oversight on my part. Here we go. Yes, let's try this. Debug. I still don't understand why it takes like for freaking ever for the first one to break, considering if I hit Excelsior here, it should like this is not the timing of that like the timing here is like and yeah, for some reason it takes like that whole freaking year. Anyways, that was the start of the event. That was when we were changing the event status to be on, so now we shouldn't see another one, and yet it didn't go on. Are you serious? Oh god, debugging is useless. Debugging is so useless. It can't do anything at all good, ever. Oh, you know what? I don't even need debugging, which is like a generally true statement, and also true right here. No, yeah, I don't know why I didn't just check the logs for, to see like what the ng message had been, because I also already just print that stuff out. So this event should go faster because each of the tableaus only show up for a brief amount of time. It still won't go by instantaneously though, so I might amuse myself with other things in the meantime. Yeah, let's look at the. Oh yeah, so I was gonna say, so the guest author archer events, super easy. I should just throw that in real quick, right now, and then I will in fact do that. So I'll let this run. It'll be mostly off screen, but I'm sure the bug will still happen, and then we can see with the ng message, whatever. So I probably shouldn't even be working on this separate version of the script. No, I guess I will continue because like I have been restarting the script a lot, so whatever. Okay. Let's go to the place where we conclude events, because that's where we would be attributing the authorship. Actually, here, let's just look for author. Yeah, here we are. So we're only doing this for classic event types for some reason, which I think just isn't right. Yeah, okay, so the bug did occur again. So let's see what that message was. Event status. What the crap? It did come through, it's true. Really? Really? Oh, wait, just 1 second. You know what I think is happening? I think I did this to myself. Yeah. I'm using conclude event. I'm using the conclude event value to initiate the end of the event, but yeah, it's never going through all of this area here. So yeah, so I will fix this first, anyways. So I mean, this part is so simple. Literally, all I do is cut this and put it here, because we just don't only do it in the case of classic. Oh, you know why I think we... No, I've no I have no clue why. Why I didn't already do this. I was like, wait, maybe it was because of outros, but no, I have no clue why I didn't already just do that. It should have just been that way from the start. Okay, so yeah, let's go to the part where we set conclude event to be true. Not conclusive event. Because I'm guessing we just have like we just have, yeah, actually wait, let's go to this conditional, right? Because this is how we're getting into this conclude event thing. But if event on, if the length of event set is greater than 0, wait a second. Okay. So no, it's evaluating down this path, so it's hitting the else case. Oh! No, it's actually kind of correct. Kind of. I guess that's fine. It's only doing that because no one participated in the event. Because when I run the script in isolation like that, like if no one competes, like I guess that's technically fine. Oh, but then it'll just say like the text will just be like event concluded, which like yeah, nah, I don't really like that. So event set greater than So I guess I'll say if event set greater than whatever, or like, or archery or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. I'm like on the one hand, I kind of want to on the one hand, I kind of want to just like proceed through the end of the event as if everything were normal. But the other thing is that it shows like arrows hitting the target, And if no one actually fired any arrows, then well, actually, this is, now that I think about it, this is just kind of weird in general. Like, if no one hits the bullseye, we still see an arrow hitting the bullseye, and then in the bottom of the screen it'll say 0%. Some of this stuff I'll probably want to refine at some point. For now, I'm not going to really worry about it. So I'm just going to change this conditional. So it's not just if no one's participated. Because, right, so we have like these protocols for like if no one's participated in a classic event type. But if no one's participated in an archery event, like archery just concludes in a different way. Like, whereas a classic event will just like stay open for like longer. I mean, we could change it. We could just like leave the archery event open until someone actually participates. That might be easier. All right, so let's not worry about it. Let's just change that conditional. So like if event what was it? It was like if the length of event set is greater than 0, the length of the event set is greater than 0, or curev dot supertype equals archery. So I don't know if that's legit. Like that might like, can we process the end of an archery event if the event set is length 0? Like what weird things will happen if we do that? So that we only care about that in classic. It might just be that we only actually really use, okay, no, we do use event set in archery. We iterate over it, and what happens if we don't iterate over it? Are we gonna hit like a div 0? We probably are gonna hit a div 0. Right, because like AO total. What is AO total? Like, where did we decide AO total? AO total. Oh, okay. So we do set we do minimize. The minimum of AO total is 1. So okay. So we won't hit a div 0 error there. Okay. I think this actually might work. Let's just give it a shot and see what happens. Archery, Excelsior. Alright, so it's going to spin through a few rounds, and the only difference now is that we should now see we should actually see the last result screen. So we should see this all 3 times. I should have sped up the timing a little bit faster, but whatever. Oh yeah, and so I think hypothetically I fixed guest author archery events. So if I wanted to, I can now go to the web form and actually add in the archery event type. Should I? I guess, yeah, why not? Okay, so submit an event for side quest. Let's yeah. Oh yeah, this is a little weird. Whatever. Okay. Archery. Oh, that was a crash. Hey, div 0. I called it. Where are you div 0ing? The length of event set, of course. Event points pool. Okay. So if not away mode and we only need to do this if the length of event set is so if not away mode and the length of event away set is greater than 0. Yeah. All right. I should have kept looking to make sure there weren't other places. But yeah. What is this? Why is this? Shut up. Excuse me. Wait, why is this? Oh, this print is wrong. GM. It's not GM P key. It's GM name, right? GM name. Okay. Okay, so now I think we got all references to the event set. Okay. Sure. Alright, let's try that again. Archery. Oops, not delay events. Well, whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay. What else was I looking at in the meantime? Oh yeah, the this thing. So archery. Players. Or so the outcome is decided by players' marksmanship, I guess. It's weird to like kind of describe like archery like in this context, because like I like how I'd written these like, hey, Cheeseman Panda, how's it going? Welcome. Oh, thank you. Yeah, the way I'd written these descriptions is like how the classic event types differ from each other, but like I don't know, archery is like a very different thing. Weird. Okay, so it's definitely not continue on to next page. I have to add a new page. Can I like clone an entire page? That'd be really handy if I could. So like, can I like just duplicate this entire page? Ah, did we crash again? What the McGurk? Can't concatenate string and int objects? Oh, okay. Alright, so now we're hitting real bugs though. So that's good. We're like actually like, yeah, okay. Oh yeah. These are AO percentages are integers, I guess. Okay, so we need to call these strings. Are we? I guess when we calculate AO percentages, we're not. Yeah, we're just depending on the math. We're not converting them to strings. So are we at least converting them to integers? I think they stay as integers because we start with because like we only pass archery. Like I think, yeah. So it's an integer times an integer divided by an integer. So I'm pretty sure it will stay an integer, and we can just take the string value of it. Yes. Okay. So that's good. We're doing it. We're doing stuff. This bug has nothing to do with the thing that we just changed. It just has to do with it's just a bug that we never saw before because we weren't, it wasn't fully evaluating correctly. So I will have to restart the script because it's gonna either crash with one of these or it's gonna, I don't know. So yeah, I'm gonna restart the script now actually. Oh, but then yeah, I'll also have to move the changes over. I'll just let it run until it crashes on its own. No, that's not nice. That's not nice. I'm gonna. I'll stop it now. Okay. I'll bring it back in just a minute. Yeah. Let's see if there are any other crashes here though. In the meantime, we can ferret these out. Archery. Excelsior. So. Yeah, can I just duplicate this entire page? No, it just duplicates the title. Whatever. Archery. Right. In this in this event, did it crash again? Oh, freaking stupid. It was running the real version of the scripts instead of... I hate you. I hate this stuff a lot. No, I don't know. Pygame is probably great. It's definitely worth the money because it's entirely free. But it's like, I don't know. It just feels like there's a lot of usability things. Like just in terms of like software in general, it feels like the frequency of usability things in, maybe it's just my imagination. It just seems like it happens more. All right, so in this event, player fire several rounds of arrows trying to hit hit a target, I guess. There's not much more to it. And every action yields a random amount of success or failure. Oh yeah. So players fire several rounds of arrows. Fire several rounds of arrows at a target. The outcome is determined so like, oh, is that another crash? Great. The degree of success in hitting the target, okay, so players fire several rounds of arrows. The degree of success in hitting the target determines the overall outcome. All right, so event name, event main text. Oh, right, so yeah, so this is supposed to be a separate thing. Oh yeah, new page, right? I think I need to add in like a new page or something. Add page break. There we go. Wait, no, this is the page title. Go away. Oh yeah, so where's the crash? Let's fix that first, actually. So stop that. List index out of range? Why? If cur_ev participation ID is greater than 0? Oh. Oh. Right. So we don't have a tweet ID. Yeah. We're just not going to care about this participation stuff if not original. So if participation ID is greater than 0 and original, yeah, I feel like that's easier than having to deal with this stuff. Because this only yeah, no, if it's not the real version of the script, then like this never actually happens. So we can just skip over that part. Okay. So so cool. Let's save this, and then I didn't miss your question, Cheeseman Panda. I'm just not answering it. Save that, and let's give it another shot. See what other crashes we get. That was like that crash that we just hit was like, it's only because I've like have certain things disabled for testing purposes. Like it just like if the game was running for real, that crash wouldn't have happened. So whatever, it's fixed now. So yeah, back to this. So right, so we'll need so we'll do the event name thing as usual. So let's duplicate this and move it down here. That stays the same. Let's so yeah. Oh, multi. I guess I should change all the multis now that it's different. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I might as well do that while I'm here. Um, sure, why not? Okay, but all right. So I won't duplicate the multi thing yet. I'll just duplicate like the other ones. Although I don't really have to duplicate. Yeah, no, whatever. Okay, so I'll just duplicate one of these, move one of these down, and then duplicate it again a few times because like these are gonna be like the same. Uh, so so this will be yeah. So like so this will be like uh, best outcome. What happens? So what happens if the players successfully uh, hit the target with a high accuracy? Yeah. Okay. And then let's duplicate this a few times. Best outcome. Moderate outcome. What happens if the players hit the target a fair amount, but not great. So like a decent amount. So shut up, Cheeseman. I say that mostly jokingly, but no, please do. um, all right, so so like worst outcome. What happens if what happens if the players are mostly unsuccessful in hitting the target? All right, cool. And so then for multi events, I should just not read chat. I should just never read chat. You're all just horrible trolls, and I hate all of you. You're just all jerks. You're all just terrible jerks, and just a waste of human life. Again, I'm mostly joking, but prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Okay, so yeah, multi's different now. Multi is for one thing, it's not a checkbox anymore. It's a multiple choice. The options are one, two, or three. The question title isn't multi. It's max max actions. So oh yeah. Okay. So I'll say so like by default, players can only by default each player can only choose one action. So by default, each player can only choose one action. If you no, what am I trying to say here? So like yeah. So how many actions can each player choose? By default, each player can only choose one action. Nah, I'll just like so yeah. So how many actions? How many actions can each player choose? I'll just say defaults to one, and I'll make it an optional question. So like if players if whoever's filling out this form just skips over this question, then uh, then it'll just be interpreted as one. Can I actually literally add in a default? No. It'd be nice if I could just like default this one to clicked. I don't know. All right, whatever. That's fine. Uh, uh, yeah. All right, that's fine. Sorry, I'm just trying to think like, how do I, like, I don't know. I liked how it was set up. I don't know. I mean, I set up multi in the first place, and I was entirely happy with it. The reason I got rid of multi is not because, like, basically the only reason I got rid of multi was because, I could have the script running again. I don't need this. Oh, actually, hold on, sorry. Since I fixed all those bugs, I'm gonna restore the script. So I didn't make any changes to the script that I didn't also make to the archery version. So all right, let's real quick. I'm going to get rid of these versions of the script, delete that, and then rename this one to Journey, and then let's open that one. Open. Why does it keep putting me here? Whenever I open this open file dialog, it puts me like this dumb place that no one ever cares about. It's like, thanks so much. Alright, so original equals true. Alright, and we can rerun the script. So sorry. Pardon me. Let's okay, so now we have the script back up and running. I don't know if I might just work in this version of the script. I might not need two versions of the script. If I was iterating on art, I would definitely need multiple versions, but I think for a lot of the stuff I'm doing now, I'll just try and get by with one for now. And then maybe I'll have to change that later. But oh hey, Definzred, how's it going? Welcome. So so I'm just kidding, Cheeseman Panda, you're not actually like banned forever. I just you know I don't take suggestions, so like come on. Like get with it. Get with it. Get your head together, man. Okay. So right, okay, so I still haven't finished this this here. So let's yeah, so now let's clone max actions and like this question and put it on the other pages. Man, it'd be really nice if this UI to like edit these things was a little less crunky, but nope, maximum crunkage. Maximum crunkage. Alright, so max actions. You know what? Actually, maybe I should move this down to the bottom of the thing. Because that way people are more likely to miss it. And, like, it's okay to miss this question. Because, like, this question is only if you, this question is only pertinent if you, actually care about it. So, yeah. Maybe I should put in like a qualification that like you can only choose 3 actions if 3 actions exist. Huh. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Undo. Okay, undo works. All right, so that's good at least. All right, yeah. So we'll put these at the bottom of the page, and I guess it's fine for now. Because if someone says 3 actions, but they only put in 2 actions, I think it basically I think the game actually only treats it for, it only treats it's basically, it's like functionally equivalent to only having 2 max actions. All right, so continuing on, let's move these. Hey, cool. All right, it's a little less crunky to drag around if you minimize it before you drag it around. And we only have to put these in a few more places. So duplicate. Oh, and I do need to remember to get rid of the multi. Oh yeah, right. I do still need to get rid of the multi questions because those are no longer relevant. So duplicate minimize, or like stop expanding. Luck. There we go. One more. Duplicate. Stop expanding. There we go. All right. So now I just have to delete the multi questions. And I think that's all it, because there's no max action question for archery events. Archery always has the same actions. Yeah. Cool. Okay, good. Well, good then. Let's take a look just to make sure I didn't do anything stupid to the form. Oh, whoops, I forgot the part about max 280 characters. Copy that. Alright. And, oh, whoops, wait. Oh no, I just forgot to put the whole, I just forgot to put the whole main event text thing into the, yes. Wow. Okay. No, I forgot about that part. I was like, wait, where does this go? No, I just, alright. This is text at the start of the event to describe what's happening. I don't need to say the thing about the action tags. Yeah. Okay. I want to change how this is worded though. What happens if the so yeah, so it's not, I don't want to say the players, but what happens if the group, because like the outcomes are supposed to be like about the group. So what happens if the group successfully hits the target with high accuracy? What happens if the group hits the target a decent amount, but not a great amount? I think is better grammar technically. Amount spelled correctly. What did I eat for breakfast today? This is not a made up answer. For breakfast I had spinach and almonds. That is a true statement. What happens if the group is mostly unsuccessful in hitting the target? Okay. Okay. I think this is good. Once more. Let's demo it. View live form. It's not a made-up answer. Do you need me to... I'll take I have spinach and almonds for breakfast like almost every day. It's I know it's weird. It's just I can take a picture tomorrow of myself having spinach and almonds for breakfast. I can document it for you. Okay, so archery. Oh yeah, I didn't. Right, I forgot to like, yeah. So that I forgot to set it so that the archery option on the first page brings you to the archery page. So right, so this goes to archery. Okay, and then after archery, go to last page. Yeah. Okay. Good then. How's the game going? I think it's going pretty well. It's going. Keeps on going. It's nice that I was actually just talking about this earlier. Like the weird thing about this game is that I'm driving everything. Like I'm just like in charge. This game was like it just came to on a it became like it came into existence like on a whim basically, and it's yeah, like every step of the process has just been like I feel like doing this, I feel like doing that, which is on the one hand, it's like I've been able to like do literally everything I want to do with this project, and so at every step along the way, it's been like pretty much great. It's either been like great. It's like there have been two states in this project. Either like everything's 100% great, or I'm in the middle of doing something, and it'll be great in just a minute. um, so the weird side of that though is that I don't I just like I I I I feel like I'm just kind of like wandering, like just kind of like I feel a little bit like aimless sometimes, I guess. Like, well, I don't have any like other direction, right? Other than like what do I feel like doing? So sometimes that's a weird feeling, but it's mostly cool. I'm going to rinse this sheet. I'm gonna destroy this doc here and make a new result sheet because we changed all the format and stuff. So uh, let's change response destination. Let's make a new spreadsheet. Um, uh, so I'll just call this events for side quest or guest events. Yeah. All right. Cool. View responses. Okay, so now it's blank again because I mean I'd already used all the other data anyways, but now it's oh no it repopulated. That's cool. What did it do for the multi stuff? I wonder. I probably just like ditched it. But all right, that's kind of neat that it preserved as much data as it could. Okay. Cool. So then, yeah, that's done. So guest author. Oh, maybe that's why I had this in my to-do list because I hadn't finished that yet. But now that's done too. All right. So author archery event snow. I call that done for now. I do want to make more events at some point. Just not right now. Okay. So oh, the water flicker thing. I might do that real quick just because this should be really quick. Although I'll just look into it. I might not fix it right now, but like I do at least want to look into it. So let's so 429 was the first day that I saw the water flicker bug again since the previous time that I fixed it. I feel like so it's occurring to me like I'm probably like pulling at this thing from both ends. Like it's probably like the fix is probably like somewhere in the middle. It's probably like it probably happens on like either of two extremes because I keep like I'll see it happen and then I'll fix it and then it'll happen somewhere else instead and then I'll fix that and then it'll happen somewhere else instead. So like yeah, I don't know. I maybe I shouldn't go so far. Maybe I should just do like a moderate fix and that way I yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's like the real fix, I guess. So I'm looking for at time 70 I'm looking at time 7:08 on this day. So yeah, so here we are in the river. And in just a moment we should see the water flicker. Oh, is this gonna be huh. Yeah. Okay, so it might literally be that we're alternating between intros and outros for this water flicker, because, like... Oh, cripes, but if that's the... Oh, okay. Wait. Hold on. That would imply that... Okay, so the way these divisions are set up... There it goes, there it was. Well, it's like right at 7:08, yeah. Alright, so let's, hold on, let's go back to that again. So it's like right at 7:08:02 or 03 or something like that. Ooh, I went way too far back. So let's go to let's try and like pause it like right. It doesn't have to be right on the flicker, but just like right around the flicker. Not that flicker. I don't know what that flicker was. That flicker was kind of extreme. The main idea of the game. I honestly can't tell if people are trolling when they say that. Like, is it that you have the bottom of the screen covered up and you just can't see it, or like, I don't know. Oh shoot, I missed it. I was too busy getting trolled. Um, okay, so what threshold is this? This looks like it must be like the exact middle. Oh no. Oh no. That's no good. If it's the exact middle. Oh no. No, no, no. Hold on. Tell me this is one of the other phases and not literally the exact middle of the transition. Um, let's all right. So this is the transition from the river to the forest. Yeah, so the thing that I was thinking is that if it's like okay, so one thing I thought might be the issue. Oh, wait, yes, good, bad, good, bad, bad, good, good, bad, good. Yes, good, good, good. Okay, good. All right, so if this was the exact middle of the screen, like if we were set up so that like this was exactly what we were seeing on screen, I'd been really worried because the thing that I've been thinking is like, okay, so yeah, and I started to explain this a little bit, or sort of I let's all right, well I'll just jump right to it. There's there's what it is it's called like what is it like what is it? It's like markers. Oops, no. Control F. Markers. Yeah. No, not energy mark. No. Where is it? Where do I have this set up? It's like well, like 960 is one of them. Yeah. Here we go. So yeah. Oh, okay. It was markers. Environment phase markers. The way I have this set up, the way I keep fixing this bug, is when we check these markers, I go I keep switching it to like greater than or less than or less than or equal to. Because on half the transitions, this bug happens. What I'm now starting to realize is that like it seems like this bug happens half the time it happens if it's less than, and half the time it happens if it's less than or equal to. So clearly there's not one there's not one equivalence comparison to run that is going to hit it all, which is startling. And I don't understand that at all. That makes basically no sense to me. I think, like... Wait a second. Unless it... Huh. Maybe it just has something to do with, like, the... Maybe it's not the fact that this one is like incorrect. Maybe it's just that this is like slightly off the mark from one of the other ones that I have set up, like one of the other equivalents, or comparison operators that I have set up, so that like well, all right, let's so before I get too far ahead of myself, let's look at roughly what phase of the transition that would have had to be. Like it couldn't have been the middle phase, because if it was the middle phase, like the screen would have looked like this, but like this brush, like this so like in the exact middle of the transition, the brush reaches like all the way almost to the edge of the screen, whereas we can see here this brush is just like still very much in the center of the screen. So this would have to be like phase. This is probably the first one. This is probably literally the first it's probably this 960 here. So well, all right, so what it so I've been flipping the less than or equal to back and forth like a million times. So right now it's on less than. It's not less than or equal to, it's just less than. But changing it to less than or equal to would like fix this. So maybe I should just reduce the phase marker by 1, happening for 1 frame. So what if this was just 959? Because then it wouldn't cause these ones to mess up. And I don't get how that would work though. That doesn't make any sense to me. Wait, is that the right direction too? Saying no, it's less than, making it less than or equal to. No, so if anything, I should move this up by 1. If anything, it should be 61, right? Because it needs that extra frame of like trueness. and use that extra frame of truth. But then like, I feel like then it should also be true for like these ones too. Which it might be. I don't know. Let's skip further ahead in that video and see if the water flickers again in like the near future. So like, where would it be? It'd be like yeah, let's just see if it flickers again. If it doesn't flicker again, oh, I don't know if this is even on screen for you guys. Hold on. If it doesn't flicker again, I might just do that. I might just leave that one change. Like, it doesn't necessarily make sense that that one change would fix everything. Like, I can basically think of almost no reason why we would want it that way. Like, that just feels weird and like uncomfortable, honestly. But we'll see. So yeah, then the other thing I could look into is the math where I'm calculating. Oh, yeah, actually, maybe that'd be a better place to look. I'll look there as well. So I'm not seeing it flicker out again, but like, who knows? Like, I don't have an exact way to like jump to like the various thresholds or anything. So, although actually that I did have that cheat implemented at one point, and it wasn't that hard to implement, so I could re-implement that if I really want to test this exhaustively. But I think we're okay for now. Hey, Sogom, how's it going? Welcome. Alright, so yeah, whatever. I'll just let's look at what? It's the part where we do the near foreground. Near foreground. No, not 80 near foreground. Near foreground. Is this it? No. Oh, sorry, not the near foreground. The mid foreground? No, mid near ground. Mid near ground. Yeah. Okay. Because we might just be using like the wrong slide. Oh yeah, I know this is not a good excuse, but I accidentally took a vacation. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna start a little bit later than usual today. I'm just gonna get some sun. It was so beautiful. Okay, so what happened is last Thursday was so beautiful. It was irresistibly beautiful. And so I was just like, oh, I'll start just a little bit later than usual today. I'm just gonna like catch some sun. I'm just gonna like go outside a little bit. And I don't even remember what happened. But then at a certain point, it was like 5 in the evening, and I was like, I'm not streaming today, apparently. And then I woke up the next day, and I was like, all right, well, it's nice, and I'm gonna get a little bit of sun, but I will stream today. And then again, all of a sudden, it was like late in the evening, and I was like, oh no. What have I done? So my other excuse though is that I'd been getting no sleep, so it was like the weather was beautiful and I just couldn't like function as a human without any sleep. So the end result was that I just I didn't I didn't stream much. I felt bad about it though. So I actually got a good night's sleep last night. So I was like, all right, I'm back now, and this is happening once more. Alright, so let's jump to the part where we, so this is the part where we do the math about, like, splitting oh, wait a second. I wonder if it has to do with this. I wonder if this is the difference. Right, because here's the difference between environment type and, like, current environment type versus, next environment type. Huh. Wait, what is this, Wait, why do... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Right, so this part here, current index and... So the way we calculate SI and CI, maybe there's a foible here. Like, less than or equal to... Because if this was off by 1 frame, or like 1 pixel, then you got you got to play 713. That's cool. That